you're new, I'm Shayla, and if you're returning, thank you all so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. Let's talk about gym intimidation, gym anxiety, and just how to overcome any type of fear that you have of going to the gym, whether it's your first time and you're a beginner, you've never worked out before, or maybe you've been working out at home and you're ready to branch out and go to the gym. You just don't know where to start, how to start, and just how to overcome that fear of stepping foot inside of a gym. So if this video is for you, definitely keep watching. I have 8 tips for you all to overcome that gym anxiety that you might be feeling, because I absolutely get it. I've been there, I've experienced it. I know what it's like. And so I just want to share some things that have really helped me and things that I've shared with other people to help them overcome their fear of going to the gym. And just know this is not a quick process. After watching this video, I'm not going to say you're going to be ready to go to the gym and just be 100% confident once you get there, but you will be a little bit more confident, hopefully, and have some tips to use along the way. It's a process, and just be patient with the process. Be patient with your progress. So tip number 1 is go to the gym. Open up the front door, walk through it, and just get yourself inside of the facility. So once you go there, I would honestly say do a gym tour. So if you've never been to a gym before, or if you're unsure which gym to become a member at, or maybe you've gone but it's always been with someone else, I would say do a gym tour, so that way you can learn what it's like in that facility. So what type of equipment do they have? What is the atmosphere like? Do they have group fitness classes? Do they have a space for you to maybe do calisthenics if that's what you're into? So like some body weight exercises. Do they have a lot of dumbbells? Do they have more cardio equipment than weight equipment? Do they have more weight or strength equipment than cardio? So whatever it is that you're looking for, just kind of have those things in mind before you go. And if you don't know what you're looking for, that is okay too. I would say definitely do gym tours to kind of get a better feel of the facility, so that way on your first day when you work out, you know where everything is, or you have a general idea of where everything is. It's okay if you forget, but at least you have an idea of where everything is located before you actually go. Tip number 2 is do not worry about what other people think. So I was in my yoga teacher training, and we were talking about fear and how we have this fear of teaching in front of people, not necessarily beginners, because I feel like they're learning, we're learning, so we feel comfortable, but people who are a little bit more advanced, we have the fear of being judged. What if they think that our voice isn't good enough, our teaching isn't good enough? What if they don't like our flow? Whatever the case may be, we had all these fears. And so a young lady made a comment, and she said that it's not about what you think, it's not about what they think, it's about what you think they think. And a lot of times that's where that fear is coming from, because we think that someone thinks that we look a certain way, we walk a certain way, we are a certain way, we don't know what we're doing when we're in the gym, we're struggling, we're this, we're that. But in reality, a lot of times people are not even thinking that. It's us, it's our own thoughts. So definitely be aware of what you're thinking, because positive self-talk will help tremendously. So when you really start to get down on yourself, just know that you can do it, that it does get better with time, and just be really patient with your progress and your process of getting comfortable with the gym, because we all had to start somewhere, you know. And I know it's uncomfortable and you might not want to do it, but if you want to reach your fitness goals, if you want to overcome your fear, you have to take some action towards it. And this is the first step. You're going to the gym and you are starting to work out, so definitely be proud of that. Don't overthink it. Tip number 3 is to create a plan. So now that you have your gym membership and you're ready to start going to a gym, I would say create a plan. When I say a plan, I don't necessarily plan for your entire fitness journey, but create a plan for that day. So if you're going to the gym for the very first time, what are you going to do that day? Have some general idea. Are you going to use machines? Are you going to use free weights? Are you going to use cardio equipment? Whatever the case may be. So let's say the first day you go, maybe you are going to get on the treadmill or get on the elliptical, and then you're going to stretch and go home. Like, that's what you feel comfortable doing for that first day. That's okay. You went to the gym, you did cardio, you stretched, and then you left. So you at least got yourself inside of the gym, so that way you know what it feels like to be there, to be around other people who are working out as well. So the next day you go, create another plan for that day. What are you going to be doing? Is it upper body day? So do you want to use machines? Do you want to use dumbbells? It's all going to depend on what you feel comfortable doing, because if you've been working out from home and you've been using dumbbells, I would encourage you to do the same thing, but at the gym, because now you're in front of people. But when I say that, they're not watching you, but they are around you. And I know how uncomfortable that can feel when you're not in the comfort of your own home. So when I started working out and I went to the gym for the first time, I literally had a yoga mat, dumbbells, and I was in a small corner in the gym. So the gym that I went to was 2 floors. I went to the 2nd floor because there wasn't a lot of people up there, and I just had my little corner. It was actually around the track because they had a track and they had little areas where you can work out around the perimeter of the track. And I did my workout. I had YouTube up. I was following a young lady on YouTube doing her workouts, and that's what made me feel comfortable. That's what I did for about a month or so, and then after that I started to branch out and do other things. So definitely create some type of plan for that day. So don't overthink it and try to create a plan for the entire month unless that's something you feel comfortable with. But before you go to the gym each day, kind of have a general idea of what your workouts are going to be like. And it is okay if you branch off and do something else. Maybe you add some stuff to it. Maybe you don't do that workout at all. Maybe you're like, you know what, today's actually leg day, or instead of using dumbbells, I'm going to use the machines. Instead of using the machines, I'm going to use dumbbells. So whatever that looks like, it's completely fine. There's no right or wrong way of going about it. It's all about just doing what you feel comfortable, and then over time you'll be able to add to it, and just be flexible with it. It is okay if it does not go exactly as you have your workout planned. Sometimes machines are taken, sometimes it's a little bit busier than what you anticipated. Sometimes things happen, so you might have to have a little flexibility, and that's fine too. Definitely don't let that overwhelm you. Just try to find something else to do, or go back to the machine or the dumbbell or the area once it's cleared out and you're able to do it. Tip number 3 is do what you feel comfortable. I think I kind of touched on this in the last tip a little bit, but do what you feel comfortable. So when you go to the gym, don't try to do too much. So whatever too much is for you. So if you go to the gym and you're like, you know what, online, on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, everybody's doing this, this, and this, I'm gonna do it too, because that's what they're doing, and that's what you feel like you should be doing. Don't do that. Do whatever it is that you feel comfortable, so that way you go back again the next day. I think it's important to step outside of our comfort zone, but I also think sometimes if we do too much too soon, it can be a little discouraging, especially if it doesn't go as planned. So if you feel comfortable getting on the treadmill, doing an ab workout, and then maybe all of a sudden you're like, you know what, I think I want to do an upper body routine. Perfect, go for it, do it. But if you feel like, you know what, doing dumbbells today is a little too much for me, like I feel a little overwhelmed, feeling some anxiety starting to creep up on me, like I can't do this today, I've done enough, then that's fine. You can go back the next day and try it out again the next day and see what you can do that day. Maybe the next day you want to do a leg workout, then do your leg workout. So don't feel like you have to do a certain amount of things each day. So just do whatever you feel comfortable in that moment. Definitely try to encourage yourself to do your entire workout that you have planned for yourself. But I do also get that when you're anxious about something, sometimes you have to kind of step away, and don't be afraid, don't be ashamed that you have to leave maybe sooner than expected because you just became a little overwhelmed in the gym and maybe the amount of people that are in there. And then once you're done, go home, be proud of yourself, be proud of what you accomplished, because that is absolutely amazing, and then do it all over again the next day. So tip number 5 is go with a friend. It's really nice to have that support system. So go with someone that is maybe familiar with the gym, or maybe they're not, and maybe you're both are just getting started. But it's really nice to have somebody else with you, so that way you all can both learn together. So don't be afraid to ask for help. So if you know someone who goes to the gym all the time, just ask them like, hey, do you mind if I go to the gym with you one day, just so I can see what it's like. Some gyms even have like group fitness classes that you can go to as well. So maybe you're not comfortable working out in the weight room just yet. Maybe you can kind of mix it up. Some days go to a group fitness class, some days work out in the weight room, but just don't use, I would say, the group fitness class as a crutch as to not to go to the weight room or different areas of the gym. But I think it's a good way to just kind of get used to working out in front of other people if you've never worked out outside of your home, or if you're just getting started. So I think that's a great way and fun way, to be honest. They already have your workout planned for you. You go, you enjoy it. Usually there's great music. You just really have a good time, but also still work towards becoming comfortable working out alone, because sometimes there might not be group fitness classes going on, and sometimes other people might not be available to work out with you. So what do you do during those times? You still have to go. You still should go. And so just kind of mixing it up. Do a little bit of what you feel comfortable doing, do a little bit of what you don't feel comfortable doing, and eventually it all becomes a little bit easier for you. So tip number 6 is to create a playlist. Do not underestimate the power of music. It can really, really help you. So if you think about your favorite song and when it comes on and how you feel and how it makes you feel, does it make you excited? Does it make you want to dance? Does it make you motivated? Like whatever that feeling is, I would put that song on your playlist because that's going to help you so much while you're working out. So put all your favorite songs on the playlist. The way that I organize my playlist is by my workout routine. So in the beginning, I'm warming up. So I'll typically play slower songs like R&B, and then my workout. So I'll play more upbeat songs. And then at the very end, when I'm cooling down and I'm stretching, I'll go back to slower songs. So that's how my playlist is laid out, like slow, fast, slow. So if you want to do something similar to that, you can, or maybe you want all upbeat songs, you can do that as well. But play songs that make you feel good, that make you motivated, that just make you want to get out of the bed, go to the gym, work out, and have the best workout of your life. Because music really does help. It helps to build confidence. It helps to maintain that motivation. It helps you to keep going when you feel like giving up and you're doing those reps and you are absolutely struggling and you're like, I can't do this. Your favorite song will help get you through it. I promise. Try it out. So tip number 7 is do not compare yourself to others. You probably have heard this before, but honestly, it is so true. Do not compare your progress to someone else because that someone else is in a different season, in a different phase of their fitness journey. And so you comparing where you are just now getting started to someone who has been working out for months, years, or however long just isn't fair. And honestly, comparing yourself is just going to steal your joy. So you're excited about, I'm sure you're probably excited about working out and getting healthy and doing all these great things. But the second you start to compare yourself to others, you're going to notice that your joy fades away, that your progress isn't good enough, that what you're doing isn't good enough, that how you look isn't good enough. And that's something you really do want to avoid. I've gone through that phase and it's just not fun. It starts to hold you back. So just know that your journey is your journey and where you are is where you are. And that is completely fine. The gym, definitely don't just look around and think this person looks like this and this person is doing that and oh my gosh and this. Like, it's okay to be motivated by others and to be inspired by others, but I would not compare yourself to where they are and how they look and what they're doing. Do what you feel comfortable and take steps to get to where you want to go, and that process will take however long it takes for you, and that is okay. Whether it's weeks, months, years, whatever the case may be patient with your progress and just do your best to not compare yourself. I know we're human and things like that just kind of naturally happens. You see someone and they're at a certain phase in their fitness journey and you're like, wow, you're already at that phase and it's been 3 months for you. I've been working out for 3 months and my results are not the same. And just know we're all different. Our bodies are going to change at different rates, and that is completely fine. So focus on you, focus on what you're doing. If you feel yourself doing it, bring your thoughts back in and just tell yourself that you are exactly where you're supposed to be and keep going. So the last and final tip that I have for you, tip number 8, is try something new every so often. So after you've been working out for a few weeks, start to sprinkle in things that you maybe don't feel 100% comfortable doing, but you want to try it out. So that way you start to build confidence, and honestly, so you start to expand your knowledge when it comes to going to the gym. Because if you always do the same thing every single time, then how will you learn how to use other pieces of equipment, how to do new exercises, and just how to take your fitness journey to the next level? You have to step outside of that comfort zone. So if there's a machine at the gym that you want to try out, if there's an exercise at the gym that you want to try out, maybe you do this exercise at home or you've never done it before and you want to kind of try it out, I would say try that. If there's a piece of equipment, maybe a free weight, like a kettlebell, you've never used kettlebells before and you're like, I want to try kettlebells, see what that's like. Try that. So I definitely encourage you, maybe every few weeks, every month, whatever that looks like, every week, whatever you feel comfortable doing, try something new, because you're just going to build. So every time you try something new and you succeed, you start to build a little bit more and more confidence. If you want to try something new, you've never done it before, do not be afraid to ask for help. I'm that person that will ask for help all day, every day, especially at the gym. If I don't know how to use something, I will ask. The gym that I go to now is more of like a bodybuilding gym. And so they have some machines where I'm just like, how do I adjust this? how do I do this? How do I do that? I'm like completely confused. So like, excuse me, can you help me with this? Like, I'm not afraid to ask. And sometimes you might even develop friendships out of doing that. I know just me asking for help. Now there's people that I go to the gym and I say hi to them all the time, and we talk just because I had asked them how to use a piece of equipment. A lot of times people are more than happy to tell you what they already know. So if you're like, I don't know how to do this, they'll be more than happy to tell you how to do a certain exercise or how to use a piece of equipment. But there's also workers there too. So maybe you don't feel comfortable asking someone else at the gym. Definitely go to the front desk, ask a worker, and just let them know, like, I'm trying to use this, but I don't know how. And they'll go over and show you how to do it. You're going to the gym and you're on your fitness journey. Be proud of every single accomplishment that you make, because it matters. It's very important that you celebrate all of your wins, not just the big ones, the small ones, the ones in between, the ones that you don't even think are wins. They are wins. Be proud of yourself, be patient with yourself, and just know you're gonna get to your goals. It just takes time. And I know that's something you probably hear a lot, but it does take time to overcome that gym anxiety, gym intimidation. With consistency and just stepping outside of your comfort zone, you will be able to do it for sure. And just know that I am rooting for you. I'm excited for you, and I hope nothing but the best. And after you go to the gym for your very first time, circle back around, let me know, how did it go? How did you feel? How are you feeling now? I'm interested in knowing and how you felt that very first time, and maybe what helped you. What did you do to overcome gym anxiety, gym intimidation? Let me know down below in the comment section. Or if you don't feel comfortable, my email is also in the description box. But thank you all so much for watching. And if you really enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful in any way, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with friends, family, anybody you think needs to hear this message. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will talk to you on my next video. Bye.